everybody. Oh boy, I'm actually nervous. First of all, thank you to Sir Ryan Cayabyab and Trina Belamide for starting this, for getting all of these incredible artists to be a part of Bayanihan Musikahan. Given who has been performing all throughout this day, that's also another reason why I'm nervous. I watched Rachel Herodias and Byung-in Park and hi, mga halimaw. So I made sure I warmed up and took a shower and had my dinner, and now I'm here and I'm so excited. So you know what? I'm just gonna start, and since Ryan Cayabyab was the hi Arman, and since Ryan Cayabyab was the one who sounded the alarm for Bayanihan Musikahan, it feels appropriate to start with one of his songs. And full disclosure, I'll be ending with one of his. But this one, orchestration and arrangement and -1 are by Lea Salonga. So thanks, Gerard, for this one. Okay, let us begin. Let me make sure the next one doesn't play. So that's Nais Ko by our national artist, Ryan Cayabyab. Orchestration and arrangement, and of course the -1 by one of his former students, Lea Salonga, who happens to be currently far away from home. He's in Kuala Lumpur, so I'm hoping that he's being able to watch all of these incredible artists. Hi to everybody who's watching. I can see some of the comments. Hi Edward. Hi Yvette. And to I know that I have a gang here called the Gin Group, and the shout out to you. Hee hee. Yeah, we're gonna be drinking tomorrow. Anyway, the next song is from a show that I did on Broadway a few years ago called Allegiance. And the story of this is that in World War II, over 120,000 Japanese Americans were placed in internment camps just for being of Japanese descent. This was following the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. There is a song, and thanks to Jay Kuo for allowing me to sing this one. It's called Gaman, and what Gaman is, it's a Zen Buddhist term for endurance with optimism, patience, and dignity. And I feel like in this time, this is something that I think all of us are being called to do. In each of our ways, we are each being called to endure this with dignity, with patience, and with optimism, that there will be a light at the end of this tunnel. I think we just have to keep our eye on the light at the end. So I will get to it, and we have some announcements also coming from the Bayanihan Musikahan team, which I will share with all of you later. But let's do a little bit of music first before I get to all of the paperwork that I will have to share. But yeah, here's Gaman. Gaman is a word to be spoken and heard in this place where each face tells a story of pain. Gaman, we will say, Thank you. That was Gaman from the Broadway musical Allegiance. And those lyrics, it's kind of a hybrid of a few different versions. But this is one version that I actually got to sing at a fundraiser in Hawaii, where I got to sing it with the magnificent Telly Leung. And yeah, this is a musical that's close to my heart, and I was so privileged to get to perform this with George Takei and a bunch of incredibly talented Asian and Asian American Broadway performers, singers, dancers, actors, all of whom I think we all felt this camaraderie and kinship, just being together, being able to do a show like this. So, oh my. Right now, we've raised, thanks to the donate button at somewhere in the bottom of our screen, we have raised so far, just in this stream, over 113,000 pesos. That's amazing. Thank you all so very much for your generosity. Of course, it needs not be said that donating is optional. It's only if you're able to. Oh, finally, my brother's here. You missed Nais ko. Oh well, that's all right. You've heard me sing it enough times, so that's fine. But glad that you're here. Over 121,000 now. Okay, this number is gonna go up over the next. So I'll do a recap of all of these amounts, and I'm gonna do another recap because there's something that Trina sent me, and it's a really exciting number. Okay, so I don't know who is actually here, save for the people that I have seen, but I also have my iPad, and I've got some friends who are also like here, and it looks like one of my friends, one of my very handsome friends, is watching tonight. You know who ya are, and it's kind of timely that you showed up because of the next couple of songs that I'm about to do. I'm gonna do them one right after the other. Now I'll do it with a break because I need to drink water. But I think you'll all recognize these ones once the intros start to play. But konting pampakilig lang naman. Something fun. everybody. Yeah, Yvette Aga is actually watching this stream. So to Hopia Nation currently watching this, yeah, we're actually both here. Okay, I'm gonna do, since we're in the kind of in the middle of this, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this one because I think it's important for us to share exactly why we are here and what all of us collectively, since Bayanihan Musikahan started, what we've all been able to do. So Bayanihan Musikahan is delighted to announce that the total amount raised as of 5 p.m. today, yeah, the amounts that came after, that came for the streams today, hindi pa muna isasali. They're not part of that yet. But as of 5 p.m. today, 22,373,176 pesos and 60 centavos. That's a lot of money. So thank you to all of the individuals who contributed to this fund. However little or however plenty you gave, thank you very, very much. Maraming salamat po. Because this is going to help and protect the most vulnerable of us in Metro Manila. And wow, taong bayan power talaga. And I think all of us should be amazed at what all of us can do when we pull our resources together. We also wish to acknowledge the donation of Accenture Inc. and Accenture Foundation Inc. Thank you very, very much. The grant that these companies gave to Bayanihan Musikahan will aid 1,800 families who will be provided with food and vegetable packs through Samahan ng Nagkakaisang Pamilya ng Pantawid, or SNPP. It will provide 2,600 frontliners with personal protective equipment. Accenture also launched an employee payroll giving campaign running until mid-April. Again, the proceeds of this campaign will benefit frontliners and vulnerable communities. So kahit maliliit yung mga naging donasyon, I don't think there is such a thing actually as a maliit or small donation. It's one thing I think all of us have to realize now. We have to think that even the smallest effort will be of huge assistance, because there's no such thing as too small of a contribution or a donation, because when you pool all of these resources together, it becomes one whole big thing, and so many people will be able to get the help that they need, the protection that they need. That's my mind is still kind of blown. That's 22 million pesos since Bayanihan began, and that's a lot of artists so far that have been a part of this, including some of the greatest. I mean, Martin Rivera has done it. You save your request for another time, Arman. But yeah, I mean, if there's requests for another bunch, I think I'm gonna have to do another one of these, just because it's fun, and I'll get to that in a minute. The one thing that kind of happened once the quarantine was called, and that's for a lot of us performers, most especially those who are freelancers that live from talent fee to talent fee, all of a sudden means of livelihood are gone. And for me personally, I find that being able to sing for an audience of 1 or 100 or 1,000, it's somehow integral to my mental health, I guess. I found during, I was thinking about this today, during Taal, when there were a lot of things that were canceled as well in January and at the beginning of February, because it just felt out of tune or off key to have a celebration while a lot of people were suffering, and I tended to agree. However, if I go through an extended period of time without me doing what this is that I love the most, whether it's doing theater or a live gig or anything like that, it messes with my head. And when I don't have an outlet, I guess, a creative, artistic outlet, it kind of drives me nuts. I think Rachel Herodias touched on that during her Bayanihan earlier tonight, and she got emotional. So this I might get emotional. So yes, we are helping, and we're sounding the alarm for people to donate and to give. But Mr. C, this, hi, okay. You have no idea how many of us are getting helped also. And it probably looks to a bunch of you like it's kind of OA. That why is she of all people crying about this? You know, and it's not about money. It's not about what we get to earn. A lot of the day, it's not, you know, it's not that. It's when we're able to exercise and express and you know, and share what God-given talent we have. It kind of gives us this internal equilibrium. And I think a lot of artists will hope, if you agree, then please say so in the comments. This being able to sing, being able to do this, it's just been for oh my, 20,000 people. Feels like I'm in an arena at the moment, given how many people are watching. It's been important. It's great that all of us have been given an avenue and a place to play and share what we do. Because not having been able to do it in the way that we've gotten used to or have been accustomed to, it's hard. It is hard. So I'm thankful. Hi, Rochelle. Galing nyo kanina, grabe, halimaw kayo talaga. So yeah, so this has just been an incredible release of emotion, of pent up energy. So this is making, I mean, times like this don't make me happy, but I'm just grateful that we kind of have this. If we don't, you know, that we have this, we're able to sing, we're able to perform and express ourselves and be able to help other people. I did a live stream a few days ago and sang a couple of songs for a stream called Stars in the House, and the doctor who was there said that, you know, I think I said something to the effect of, I don't know if we contribute enough, or if we do anything, or if whatever we have to do as artists get to help. And he said, no, you guys are actually healing just in another way. So if we're also able to help the frontliners with even just keeping a glimmer of sanity with the songs we get to sing, if we're able to make you smile for 5 seconds, then you know what? Then all of this is thank you, and you're welcome. And and we've raised over 439,000 pesos so far, and I'm actually only halfway through my stream. I'm gonna be here for around a little less than an hour, unless I start talking again. But yeah, so Mr. C, Trina, thank you again. You gave a lot of very grateful artists a place to sing, and yeah, I'll gladly do this again with a different selection of songs. And if it means I have to chase down a whole bunch of different people for permissions and whatever, then they'll do what I gotta do. And yeah, so I think I've talked enough for this break. A few writers from the Voice Teens are also here with us in the stream. Hi, Mac. Hi, Waldo. And hi, Cess. Yeah, and baka naman we're gonna have to finish this season via Zoom, huh? Because this is nuts. Yeah, and I feel bad for my teens, but if any of them happens to be watching, oh my God, all 9 of you are just ridiculous. I saw your videos today finally, and wow, I feel so proud. And for those of you who could have chosen another coach, I'm glad you chose me. Hi, Tita GR. Yeah, I could go over an hour, but the problem is I don't know that I have enough -1s to support an hour, because I also have rights and licensing and yada, yada, yada that I have to also be mindful of. So, okay na to for now. I actually have quite a few songs left. So, I had just finished Bakit Labis Kitang Mahal. And I guess there was clamor to do another movie with this very handsome man. And it turned out to, I think, be the even bigger hit. And I remember the process of shooting this movie, and for a while, we actually had to kind of, yeah, I think there was a time that we were our own makeup artists, gophers, wardrobe people. We helped with, everybody kind of had to pull their weight around while we were in America doing this movie. Things got easier when we were able to come home to shoot. But I will remember this experience as being one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but also one of the most gratifying and one of the most fulfilling experiences I've ever had. And I mean, come on, to be able to look at your face every day, it's like, Jesus, suerte lang. I was just a very lucky woman. So in tribute of that, and for the fans of this movie, here's Sana Maulit Muli. Sana maulit muli before the next one, your comments are all so cute. Thank you. I'm gonna have to look at those later. We have raised over 588,000 pesos thus far in the last 36 minutes. That's pretty cool. That's amazing. Thank you all. Thank you all very, very, very much. Okay. This next one is special to my heart, actually, and this is kind of like these next two songs are specifically more for frontliners. This first one I've been doing in concert for quite a bit, and I introduce it. This is how I normally introduce it in a show. This song comes from the Broadway production of Once on This Island, and it was the last Broadway show that I did. But no, that's erase. Let me do this one more time. This comes from the Tony Award-winning revival production of of Once on This Island, and it's a production that, of course, it made us so excited when we won the Tony, and a screaming busload of people could be heard in New York City, I think, on our way back to the theater after our performance. But I was a little skeptical about my participation in that. Because who here has done Once on This Island? I think there's a bunch of people here that have done it, whether in your high school or in a production for like for your summer theater, community theater, something. It's a well-known show, and it's, yeah, Yes Cliff, most recent, my most recent show. And I was skeptical because we know that actors normally are going to get the actors that are normally going to get cast in Once on This Island are going to be of African or African American descent, and clearly I am not. I even went on to Ancestry DNA to check if there was even a smidge, and no, there wasn't. So when Michael Arden, our director, called me and asked me to be his Urzuli, and even though I said yes, I didn't know how he was going to justify my participation in the show. How are you going to justify the presence of this Filipina actor in a cast of other, that is otherwise African or African American? On the first day of our rehearsal process, after saying hi to a bunch of my friends in the cast and saying hello to people and putting my stuff down, I headed to where the costume sketches were posted and plastered on one of the walls. Our costume designer is Tony Award winner Clit Ramos. And so I went to the costumes, and then I saw my costume, and then I realized, you guys are genius. You figured out exactly how to justify my presence in this show. My costume was nurse. Filipino nurse. I mean, yes, it perpetuates a stereotype, but there are, I don't know, how many hundreds of thousands of Filipino nurses now in this crisis. How many of our nurses are actually in hospitals in Italy, in the United States, in the UK, in Spain, all over the world? So our brand of care and compassion and warmth are being shared by frontliners, by these particular frontliners everywhere. So to all of the frontliners who are watching, or those of you who are serving, thank you, truly. And I think there's an entire world that thanks you for your service and your kindness and your compassion and for the love and the professionalism and for all of those wonderful things that you share with all of your patients and everyone that you care for. So you are also representing our country and our countrymen by doing the absolute most amazing jobs you can. In the eyes of your patients, you are all gods and goddesses. And so from this one-time goddess of love, allow me to do this one. And God, I hope I'm in the right key. And if I'm not, that's okay. That's from the 2017, 2018? I don't even know anymore. It just felt like so long ago now. That production. But it was such a, what an incredible company. What an incredible group of performers. And I'm just astonished by the level of talent in that cast. Like every day, it was just me backstage going, are you kidding me right now with these voices? I just felt extremely grateful and fortunate. So this one is this next one. Oh my God, 885,000 raised so far. That is nuts, y'all. Yeah, Trina, tama ka. Yeah, this was gonna be a fun thing to watching the donation numbers, and wala, speechless ako. Okay, 2018 season. So we got the Tony in 2018. We opened in December of 2017. Oh yeah, tama, because the run ended early 2019, because that's the year I broke my leg. So yeah, I should just go backwards from there. This next one is a special request actually from my ENT, my doctor, Melfred Hernandez, and I know he's watching, and I know Arlene is also watching. Sabi niya, pabate. So I'll answer your question later, sir, because I also I'm seeing your I'm just using an iPhone. It's an iPhone, and it's propped up on a tripod on a Joby stand. I'll send you a photo of my setup, and you can use that as yeah. Okay, so this one is from Les Mis, but it's not either of the ones that I know, Mark, I know, I saw you. It's not either of the songs that I sang in the show. This is something I've never sung this in public. I've only practiced it in a sound check and rehearsed it here at home. But this one is one of those, I have to kind of separate my mind from this. But yeah, Melfred asked me first if I wanted to sing this, and then he would kind of share it with other doctors, with other frontliners, as this is kind of, it seemed that it's a perfect prayer for an older doctor to make on behalf of the younger ones who are working in the ERs at this moment. I mean, I was in the hospital at the end of February, which is why there's going to be stuff like on The Voice later on once we regain our airing schedule, because we're not airing right now. You're going to see an empty chair on screen, because I was in the hospital with an IV stuck to me, and I was able to see some of that video and the jokes coming from Bamboo and Apple. So yeah, you guys are stupid. I don't mean stupid, so nobody please get offended. But this is a song from Les Mis, and it's a request from Malfred, and it's a prayer that seems most appropriate from an older doctor on behalf of a younger one, especially the younger ones who are currently on the front lines, serving in ERs everywhere. And may this prayer be my prayer also for you, that you will be safe after this whole craziness is over. All right, so here we go. Okay, let's bring him home from Les Miserables, and now I've gotten to sing it in public. I promised Claude Michel, Schoenberg, and Alain Boublil. First of all, thank you to the two French gents for saying yes, for being able to use that song for this, for Bayanihan Musikahan. And oh my gosh, we've raised over $1 million, you guys. 1,072,777. That's fantastic. Okay. And so yeah, so we have raised, well, the 5 p.m. total was over 22 million. So I guess now we're officially at 23 million, I guess. Tech support, you can chime in. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's amazing, you guys. Thank you very, very much. And so many families and so many frontliners are going to say thank you. Hi, Manch. Hiya. Hiya. I know I'm hundreds of meters away from you, but for some reason I can actually hear you. You're just that loud and present, of course. So I actually have 5 minutes left. I have one more song. I started this hour with Ryan Cayabyab, and I'm ending with Ryan Cayabyab. And I actually wrote him to check if the lyrics were correct, and for both Nais Ko and for this. And we got 26,000 people watching. That's pretty cool. Thank you. And so I asked him to make sure that everything was correct, and he sent back all his corrections, and I made all my corrections. And I actually recorded this song for his Silver album in the late 90s, and we did it in New York City. This was one of the songs I sang. The other one was Limang Di Pang Tao, which is also going to be fun to do for the next one. So this is actually one of my favorites from Smoky Mountain. The other favorite being Kailan, which Geneva Cruz should do a stream and she should sing that song. Yeah. So I thought to end this with this song, and I want to thank Cesar Aguas for a beautiful, beautiful guitar solo -1. And I added backup vocals just because I started playing with GarageBand. I mean, I never have until then. So wala lang, pinaglaruan ko with permission from Cheap. Yeah, so I'm gonna end my stream with this song. And hey, Peter. And I just want to be able to say thanks again, Mr. C and Trina Belamide, for asking me and asking so many Filipino artists to be a part of this. I don't think this effort is going to be over anytime soon. I think we all have other artists that we'd like to invite to this. So to those Filipino-American Broadway performers that might be watching this, I think you're going to get an email from someone or a Facebook message asking to anong extend, please? Do I look like Martin Rivera to you? Joke. He's been doing these streams every day, you know. Carla, you're so OA. Let me see. But I have one more. And yes, I'm gonna end it after this song, but I promise I will do another one, because this has been such a great, it's been great. I mean, for selfish reasons, it's been great. I get to sing. I get to sing again in front of people. Well, in front of people. So I get an outlet. I have my outlet, which is fantastic. And in some way, all of the artists that get to do these live streams for Bayanihan Musikahan, we get to help. And these live streams translate to donations. I'm like, 1,262,000. Oh, forget that, 66,000. And you guys are just amazing. And yeah, my Sweeney family, Bum Bums, hi, I can see that you're here also. We need to drink. We need to drink. Yes, I need a nice tot of gin, love. Yeah, the coffee hasn't left. So okay, I think I've introduced this song quite enough, and it's actually like 20 seconds to 11 o'clock. So yes, Mr. C, I will make a joke at Martin's expense any chance I get, but you know, and I also promised him that I will sing that song that he's asked me to sing, and I'll sing it in the right circumstance. And I've already alerted Gerard for the orchestration, and he already made one for you. So I mean, you know, I think it's just a matter of transposing it and everything. So yeah, I would like to end this night with the stylings of Cesar Aguas, and with a song written by Ryan Cayabyab. Here is Paraiso. Thanks for watching my stream, you guys. Return to a land called Paraiso, a place where a dying river ends. No birds dare fly over Paraiso. No space allows them to endure the smoke that screens the air, the grass that's never there. And if I could see a single bird, what a joy. I try to write some words and create a simple song to be heard by the rest of the world. I lived in this land called Paraiso, in a house made of cardboard floors and walls. I learned to be free in Paraiso, free to claim anything I see. Matching rags for my clothes, plastic bags for the cold, and if empty cans were all I have, what a joy. I'd never fight to take someone else's coins and live with fear like the rest of the boys. Paraiso, help me make a stand. Paraiso, take me by the hand. Paraiso, make the world understand that if I could see a single bird, what a joy this tired and hungry land could expect. Some truth and hope and respect from the rest of the And if empty cans were all I have, what a joy. I'd never fight to take someone else's coins and live with fear like the rest of the boys. Paraiso, help me make a stand. Paraiso, take me by